You don't even eat
let's
sugar.
go.
What are you gonna order?
Well, I mean, it's I don't eat sugar for like 10 months already, so I'm gonna be fine. Yeah.
Did you look at the menu at least?
No, I didn't.
You didn't even check out the menu.
No.
Where are we going if you didn't even look at the menu?
Listen, they have coffee. They have matcha.
Okay.
Would you like something? Do you go coffee
So
matcha?
you're just gonna drink and like pee everything out. That's it.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. I have water with me. Are they gonna kick me out?
I don't
With my own
know.
water.
You should have looked at the menu before. Like
know,
I
I
eat
should have.
everything, but
No, I actually I should have, but I never do. Do you? Do you look at the menu before you go somewhere?
sometimes depends. Depends. Especially like if I have restrictions, but I don't. Like, but if I did, I would have looked, I guess, to check it out to see like what I can have.
No, I didn't. Okay, so let's see. Let's check it out.
I guess let's try.
Four. Ты уже включила?
Yes.
Okay. So, this is Queens with accents. Hi everyone, and we are in very, I think my hands are sort of clean, daring situation today.
It's raining. It's pouring.
Yeah, we decided that we are going to record our podcast in the coffee shop today.
Outside.
And yeah, we're doing it, but
And the weather said, you know what? Here's a curve.
nah, not
Here's
today.
a curved ball.
Well, we maybe sort of could check the weather, but we sort of didn't. So that's what we are doing. But that's us.
But it's Florida. You can't do anything.
Yeah, that's
about
true.
It.
Yeah, like that's true. And we have this beautiful toast
Avocado
that I'm
toast.
trying to cut, and it's
She's
not.
really struggling with it right now.
I'm such a
Yes.
good cutter though. Look at that
Good job.
beauty. I
Yes.
already showed it. I think it's like pepper flakes or something, right?
That's what it looks like. Yeah, you're gonna lose some of the avocado.
I know. No,
Be
avocado
careful.
don't fall.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
Yeah,
No.
that's it.
That's
So
it.
anyway, so because we're eating sometimes in front of the camera, in front of you guys. So that's what we're gonna do today, but kind of like mild version of it.
in a different setting. A little bit in a
Different settings, and my phone is like it's like literally like pouring. It's not going to happen like in 5 minutes. It's not gonna stop. So I have a huge cup of latte with milk and 1 shot of espresso, and Nadia had.
I had my chai latte, but it's already gone. Why? Because
Now let's cheers. Cheers to our beautiful rainy
outing.
and let's try this coffee. Oh, that's even now it's still bitter. Still bitter. I don't like bitter coffee. What can I say? Your neck is going to hurt. If we're gonna sit like this.
Your neck is gonna hurt.
Keep sitting like this. Yeah.
All right, it's okay.
Are you in a comfortable position?
No,
or you like
no,
kind of,
I already have
you will need
sciatica.
a
Whatever.
Chiropractor.
It is what it is. I will need a chiropractor. I will need 3.
This girl, she already had her like problems with her back.
My sciatica is still there. I can feel it right now.
Still, it's like it's been weeks for sure.
Months.
Months?
Yeah,
It's
like
been months.
2 months.
And
Almost
now
2 months.
let's add neck to this. So why not?
Yes, let's just ruin the
Well,
whole spine.
We're gonna have
We'll be
like
fine.
we need some challenges in life because it's just the life is too smooth, too perfect, too predictable. Anyways, so that's where we are, and because we're here and we have some food, we are going to talk about food, right? Oh, did we introduce ourselves?
No, we didn't.
This is Nadia.
What if people don't know us?
Maybe they don't, but now they do because this is Nadia, and I'm Natasha. Yep. Natasha.
Why is it Natasha?
Because
I
it's
thought it was Natalia.
Well, Natasha is official, but non-official I prefer Natasha, and most people like call me Natasha. But when you call, both names, people get confused. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
People get confused.
People get confused. They're like, "Who are you? Why do you have different names?" Especially,
But I thought, okay, maybe I'm wrong, because my memory is like iffy, whatever. But yeah, because I thought it was Natalia from the very beginning.
no, it's always Natasha.
It was always
Even in the
Natasha?
show, it was Natasha.
Yes. Okay.
Do you have lipstick?
Do I have lipstick?
You have pink lipstick.
I have lipstick.
I have lipstick.
Yes. Why?
Maybe I need to add lipstick.
Do I have lipstick on? What do you mean?
I'm talking about myself. Do I have lipstick?
Yes, you do.
It's even.
Yes.
We're girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
it's
yeah, we have to check our lipstick.
Yes.
But yeah, even in like dating situations, like I have nickname on a dating site, but then I say Natasha or Natalia, depends on my mood, and then like they call me, for example, in my answering machine, it says Natasha, and they're like, You told me you're Natalia, and you have a different name on the side. So like it's a completely different situation. Now I'm a spy.
That's funny.
There's something is going on.
That's funny.
It's not all simple. Even my nickname, kind of like my name, just in a puzzle.
My latte is good. The chai latte is good.
Yeah.
The best chai latte I've ever tasted in my entire life. I had it on a safari in Dubai. There was this huge thing, metal thing of tea.
Safari.
I call it safari, but it's not really like they take you in a Range Rover like to. They drive in a desert and they ride those desert hills in a fashion that you think you're gonna die because they're driving it like sideways somehow. My kid we were in the back seat with my kid, and she kept saying, "We're gonna die! We're all gonna die!" And she was like yelling, and I couldn't stop her from yelling. But anyway, that was part of it, right? And then after you had this crazy ride, then you get to a certain place where they're preparing a show for you, like a belly dancing show, fire breathing show, whatever.
First they try to kill you, then they entertain you.
Yes,
if you're alive.
If you're alive, if you make it. But the best part of that whole experience was the chai latte. Let me tell you something. The guy was there with this huge metal bowl over fire, open fire, right?
Oops, sorry.
And he was just stirring and stirring, and I'm like, what are you stirring in there? It was the best chai latte. It was so thick, so full, so full of like different flavors. There was different spices. I don't even know what kind of spices there were in there, but you literally you were drinking it. It was very filling, like a soup.
Wow.
Not like a chai.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You know, there's certain food or certain drinks. Sometimes you get this one experience, one cup of coffee, and you will remember forever.
Yes.
This particular cup of coffee, or where this, like I remember, like croissants that I ate in Florence, and I will forever remember that pistachio croissant because it was the best ever croissant in my life. And like some people just, some places just make it this way.
Yeah.
Food is definitely an experience.
Of course. Oh yeah, that guy is just like doing everything right now. Good sound.
Yeah.
But
oh my God, look at them.
oh, there's little ducks.
They have ducks here. Let me.
They're afraid of the of the rain. Look at them. They're trying to fly, but they don't have wings yet. They have baby wings. Hi babies. Hi babies.
They're teenagers.
Hi baby ducks.
Little babies.
Hi babies.
They're adorable and hungry. Well, ducks are always hungry.
Yeah, that's true. Ducks
It's
are always
ducks' job to be hungry. So, but see, when you travel, you want to get that experience of food.
And food is definitely a huge part of it. Huge part of it.
But when you have some kind of restrictions,
that's different.
That's very different situation.
Yes.
And your food choices are limited because you basically sometimes you choose it, sometimes you don't because you have health issues, like people with gluten, for example, they cannot eat this beautiful, gluten intolerance. I mean,
oh, this is good.
They're like cannot experience this delicious sandwich with regular bread. They need to get something else. So, and you told me that you've been or had some kind of diet, right? Like for a long time.
I've been on different diets ever since I was like freaking 10 because I always had body, I shouldn't say body dysmorphia, but I always was not happy about the way I look. And the older I get, I think it kind of gets better a little bit. Not completely better. I wouldn't say like I don't care at all, but I care a lot less now than I did before. And I don't necessarily make myself fit into certain standards like I did before. But yeah, ever since I was 10 years old, I would go on different diets.
You have to stand up and show yourself to people.
No, I can't get up right now. I'm
that will be difficult actually, but we'll do it overlay.
This is not gonna work
later.
But
because this girl,
what happened is, like, at one point, I spent 2 weeks. I spent 2 weeks eating watermelon only.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, night and day, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
right. Nothing
Watermelon
else.
only.
Nothing else.
Well, where did you get an idea about this? That it's pure sugar.
I know, but I was like 15 or whatever.
Oh.
16.
And what your mom probably was on top of you, right? Like,
Not really.
crazy? No.
So what happened is, I spent a year in the U.S. as an exchange student. Ended up gaining so much weight because I was a little bit depressed during the time. It was a difficult transition for me, being a teenager, being in a new country without any friends, no family. And I was eating my sorrow away. I was literally eating my depression away. I also discovered peanut butter at that time. And I was eating peanut butter breakfast, lunch, and dinner because I loved it so much. So all of that in combination made me gain weight. And when I came back from my exchange year, my mom looked at me and she was like, "What happened to you?" She was like, "How did you gain so much weight in 1 year?" And so she was actually...
Oh, so you weren't at home, or you were at home when you watermelon, while watermelon.
Yeah.
You went home and your mom told you you gained weight, and then when you started,
And then I
something. Okay.
decided to put myself on a diet, and I was eating only watermelon. Those ducks are gonna attack me right now.
yeah, they want your sandwich, they want your avocado toast.
It's really good, actually.
I like those flakes. It's good.
It's really good.
Watermelon. And what did it like? How did it go? What results did you get from that?
I mean, I lost like probably like 4 pounds, like in 2 weeks. But the problem was that it was not sustainable.
No.
I could not keep doing that, and I didn't understand that before. I was young and stupid. But again, why a lot of my diets failed is because I didn't really understand how to do it the right way. And I did it the wrong way. I would starve myself, and then I would basically just like break and eat whatever, and then I would gain more weight.
So did you read somewhere that you should eat watermelon to lose weight, or
No,
you
I just decided. I just decided
Just
that
out of
if I
nowhere.
just eat watermelon without anything else, without bread, without anything, it'll be good for me
Yeah.
to lose weight.
We didn't have that much information in those days. In those days, for you, they weren't that far. But if you're comparing to what the information our kids get, we had nothing.
But I didn't have internet access at home. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have a cell phone.
Was it internet already?
Yeah, there was internet existed.
She's young. She's young.
Internet existed, just not in my home.
Not in my 15.
And not that I remember that I Googled diets, but maybe I did. I don't know. I don't remember. Certain things are a blur.
Yeah. But it still wasn't as popular. But now you open Instagram, you open anything, and boom, there's like, I Googled it, and for just the diets, like how many diets exist in the world, and it's over 1,000, like it's thousands of diets. And we're talking about not just vegetarians or vegans or whatever, carnivores. We're talking about, I don't know, people eating wood chips.
Wood chips. Have you seen people
I don't
eating
know.
raw meat?
Raw?
Yeah,
No.
it's a thing.
Oh, thank God.
Like, people
I
eat
cannot
raw
eat.
meat.
Oh my God. What kind?
Red meat.
Like every day?
Yes. But like raw.
Oh my God.
Not just like, medium rare. No, raw.
And what kind of diet is that? That's gross.
Raw meat diet? I don't know.
Does it have a name? Like carnivore, schmarnivore, raw eater?
You know what? It probably does. I just don't know it.
Raw meat
know
eater?
I didn't keep digging into it. I just saw people eating raw meat, and they're like, yeah, that's like a lifestyle. Have you also seen there was this girl who went
Not
to
for
like
long.
Southeast Asia or whatever, and then she was eating only fruits, and then she died.
Yeah, I think she was Russian speaking, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was like very big on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, fruitarian. something like that.
fruitarian,
She was
yeah.
Fruitarian, yeah.
For many years, and then she died.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she had liver failure.
But like you're hungry all the time, so you have to eat a lot of fruit. You have to eat all day long. Those like tons of fruit to like fill yourself, right?
No, she didn't look like she ate a lot at all.
So you just constantly was hungry.
She looked like she was emaciated, honestly, which would be understandable because if you don't have protein,
Yeah.
if you don't get good fats, if you don't get the things that you need, how are you going to survive?
And you eat only sugar basically. Sugar
Sugar and a little bit of fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's what she ate.
So that's the same with raw meat. I don't think they're gonna, be on that diet for a long time. It's not something you can contain for a long time. But so I read about or found out about vegetarianism. Do I say it correctly? Vegetarianism?
Vegetarianism?
Vegetarianism. Yeah, I'll say the whole word. Yeah. When I was probably 20, something like that.
Well, you're a weird vegetarian. You're not really a vegetarian.
Yeah, I'm not. I read about just that diet. That's like, because I didn't even know that we could survive without not eating meat. Like, I never liked meat. And I always was forced to eat meat. And I'm like, when I found out that you can survive without eating meat, I'm like, I'm done. That's where it goes. Because even like from being a small child, my mom made pelmeni, and she made pelmeni without meat for me. Like they called ushki, like ears. It's just a dough because I didn't like meat. And she always forced me, like, if you're not gonna eat meat, then you're not gonna survive. Obviously, you're gonna die. And I'm like, I read this, and I'm like, I'm done with meat. That was a whole tragedy for my mom.
But think about it. Think about it. Back in the day, we didn't have access to alternative protein sources. There was no almond milk.
No.
There was no soy. There was no tofu, right? Back where we lived, right? So there was no alternative protein source. So that's why your mom was sort of right.
Yeah, but we also didn't know much about nutrition.
No,
we didn't know much about protein, schmotein. We didn't know anything about it. It was all, I don't know, intuitive. I'm trying to find a mirror and look at myself.
How come I feel there's a mango inside of here?
Mango? Maybe they have mango?
I don't know, there's a mango taste.
I didn't taste any mango, but maybe.
It's good, but I don't know where they put it. Okay.
So I didn't really.
How old were you again?
I was 20.
20?
Yeah.
Something fell.
Oh, that's yours.
Oh.
So yeah, I didn't really stop eating meat because of humanitarian reasons, because I didn't want to not eat animals. I just did it because it seems to me like it was a healthiest choice, and because I could survive without it. And that's it. I had a period, and I still kind of have a lipstick. I'm not gonna put more of it. Oh. Okay. And my mirror broke. And yeah, my mom was like really, really stressed about it. She still tries to make me eat meat.
To this day?
Yeah, she does. Like, it's just a little chicken, and I'm like, I don't want it. I just don't want it. And but I had a period of time when I was in Moscow when I was dating, and my boyfriend, he cooked a lot, and he cooked meat, and I'm like, I just couldn't refuse. So
how about when you were pregnant? Did you crave something when you were pregnant, like meat wise?
No, I crave sour apples. I ate granny's meat,
but nothing else.
I drank a lot of protein. I just try to make sure I get enough protein a day from different sources. But I just didn't want to eat meat. I ate fake meat, and I don't know. Maybe I should have eaten meat, but I didn't.
No, but the thing is that you didn't want to, because I have read stories of like vegetarians, and like some of them are like vegans, and when they're pregnant, they're like they can't continue with their lifestyle because they literally crave. Their body wants it, so they have to drop it while they're pregnant.
Yeah, I never craved meat.
Okay.
Never.
That's interesting.
Probably it happened one time when I just started, after probably 6 months. And we had it was Soviet Union collapsed. And we had I don't know how much time passed, but I remember that moment because it was a while after. We had shortage of everything.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It was a deficit.
Yeah, it was deficit, and it worked. At the place where I work, they would distribute kalbasa, meat, to everyone who worked there. So you could get 2 sticks of kalbasa,
right, like salami
and
or whatever.
Salami and some other kind. I don't remember. But I remember I got this kalbasa for my mom and my grandma, and I'm like, I'm gonna bring it home. And I had this bag on the table on my desk, and the smell of it, I just couldn't help myself. I grabbed it and I ate it from this.
Wow.
Stick probably like a quarter of it, and
That's
I
funny.
felt sick. I felt sick after that. Never again.
That's hilarious.
It's just a smell and taste. You don't crave it sometimes for the sake of like your body, needs nutrition, certain nutrition needs certain things. Sometimes you just want this taste, and that's why a lot of vegetarians and vegans, they eat meat, fake meat, right?
Right.
Just because of the taste.
The taste of it. Jackfruit. Jackfruit, you know how sometimes they make it in a way that it resembles pulled pork?
No,
No? Yeah, jackfruit is a very
Mickey.
it's a meaty fruit, and it's versatile. You can eat it as fruit, but you can also prepare it in a way that it's sort of like a vegetable, I guess, and you can cook it to resemble meat, texture wise, and even flavor wise, depending on how you cook it. Like you put barbecue sauce in it, like etc. etc. I tried to make it one time. It didn't really work out very well for me, but I'm pretty sure somebody who knows how to cook it can make it taste better.
But you have to like cut it in a certain way. You cannot just cut jackfruit. It just doesn't work that way. That's what I heard. I don't know. Have you tried to cut it?
Well, I usually buy cut already, so I don't have to deal with that. If I buy it, I buy it
And what do you
pre-cut.
do with it?
I just eat it like that, like a fruit. I don't cook it. I tried only one time cooking it and it didn't really work out. So I was like, leave it to the pros, whoever knows how to
In
do
Trader
it.
Joe's, they have jackfruit, frozen jackfruit.
Oh, I should buy some.
And they have, it's not just jackfruit, it's made into some kind of food, either pancakes or something. I don't remember what, or steaks or something.
I should look at it.
Anyways, so what is the weirdest diet that you heard of?
The
Fed
weirdest
diet, yeah.
The weirdest probably the fruitarian, because you only eat fruit and that's
I
it.
think you're gonna fall out.
I don't know,
Chocolate
but the thing
mousse.
is that my back is hurting me.
Yeah, we changed the
Reposition yourself.
yes.
Good.
So,
The fruitarian,
yes,
like the weirdest diet.
you're a butter with this with the long words.
I don't really like
Fruitarian.
fruitarian. There we go, fruitarian.
Vegetarian. Yeah, we're on those fat diets, but I don't think that was ever a fat diet. And
Well, no, one of the biggest ones was like, remember keto? Everybody was on keto.
oh yeah.
Everybody was doing it.
Yeah.
Everybody and their mother. I think, okay, there's a time and a place for it. You can do it for some time, unless you have contraindications, like health contraindications. That's number one. But also number two, you can't really do it for a really long time. I don't think that it's healthy for everyone for a really long time.
No, but was it Atkins first or keto? Keto was.
No, Atkins was first. I think.
Atkins was first. They still have Atkins, like candies and stuff. I tried those Atkins candy. I don't know about other people. They give you
Diarrhea.
almost, almost
Or do they give you gas?
gas. Yes. Oh my God, it was horrible. It was horrible.
They have sugar substitute. That's
Good, I was home.
what happens.
Oh,
Sugar
okay,
substitute
makes sense.
gives you
Makes
gas
sense.
and gives you diarrhea because it makes the stomach, not the stomach lining, the lining of the intestines more
Yeah.
permeable.
So
You get
anyway,
gas.
yeah. Well, we're talking about everything, so we're like open here. We're like honest.
No
You know,
judgment.
everyone has
Gas.
gas once in a while. It happens. So,
It's
you know, you're happy if you're home. If you're at home, you're lucky.
Yes.
And if you're not, that's it's another
If you're
story.
not, don't eat Atkins candy.
No,
That's-
but
as a matter of fact, no candy with sugar substitute because they can cause flatulence.
so keto diet, what I noticed, it's not the same as like gluten-free or sugar-free diet because they have a lot of, I was surprised, they bake a lot on keto. They bake a lot. They have candy, they have muffins, like whatever you name it. They bake everything, but obviously they use sugar substitute, whatever it is. They use a lot of monk fruit, and I don't know, I tried one monk fruit once. It tastes okay, but I don't know how was it good for you. How was it like
I think.
paleo also?
Well, honestly, I was never a fan of any of those diets per se. The diets that I normally put myself on was just basically cutting calories. It was not like you could eat everything, just cut the calories, just cut the amount of how much you eat, and that's it, right? But with each and every fad diet, you really have to know your body. You really need to know how it affects you, and not everybody's a candidate for cookie cutter diets.
Yeah, and you definitely cannot last on it forever, because with paleo diet, yeah, I remember another one with like where you're heavy on protein and like not carbs, not less carbs, but you still need to get that fiber. And too much protein is cannot be a good thing. It's just it can be too much
That's why
protein.
when we're talking
It's a
about
thing.
diets, I always say, you can eat everything, just cut the amount of what you eat. It's that what makes it balanced,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You eat all the good stuff that you need. Like, okay, for example, like some people, and those people probably but I shouldn't just say people. It's difficult to word things sometimes. Certain individuals would limit themselves to eating only certain colors. Okay, and that's
What is that certain cause? Is that also another like
I think it's more. It's
that
not
psychological thing?
I think yeah. It's not like a dietary thing, but it's just like people just restrict themselves to eating only green stuff. That's it. That's all I'm gonna eat. Only green stuff. Everything that's green color, I'm allowed. Everything else is not. But what we don't understand is that nature made colors and made it different colors because there's different types of vitamins in them.
Would you eat this?
Well, no, not like
It's a green croissant.
green croissant. No, that doesn't count. But essentially, if you eat different colors of fruits and vegetables, right, you're getting enough vitamins,
Right.
and you can get enough nutrients if you build your diet balanced.
Yeah, you cannot balance with just eating one type of food. You just can't. And then you eat too much protein, you have constipation. You eat too much vegetables, you get diarrhea. I don't know. Even like in a short period of time, you will screw it up your guts at some level. And I know it myself, and you probably know it. You're with this watermelon diet. I don't think you were like felt
But
perfectly.
listen, I was 16, so
I,
that didn't
I,
really.
no, it doesn't count as like you made conscious choices, but it counts as like how you felt yourself. You probably remember that you weren't all right.
I was weak all the time.
Yeah.
I was really weak.
Yeah, it's like how your body feels. You understand that even at 16, you understood that something wasn't right, right? And you need to probably get off this weird train.
I got off it like in 2 weeks because I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, I remember I ate apples only at one point, and 2 days. Yeah, like 2 days. I couldn't, and I don't remember why I ate only apples. Why I decided eating only apples, I don't remember. But remember, like that every year something new comes in terms of like certain products.
Yes.
Like celery juice. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Did you jump on that train?
No, I actually am a very vivid protester against celery juice. Here's why though.
Oh,
By
interesting.
itself is a wonderful food. It's a great food because it has a lot of fiber in it, right? But when you're juicing the celery, you're throwing the fiber away.
Right.
You're throwing it all away. But that's the best part about celery is how much fiber it has. So I'm like, why are you throwing away the best thing ever?
But did you read that book? I didn't read the book, but I just people quoted about from something from that book, because it's a whole book about celery juicing.
Well, okay.
And it was like made sense when you read it. It's made sense.
I really honestly I don't like juicing. Period. I don't like juicing. Period. Because again, it makes you throw away things that you're supposed to be consuming.
But then you get more of the vitamins and the minerals from that.
More vitamins. The problem is that you can only absorb so much at a time. You cannot absorb everything that and that's the problem with people. They don't understand that. They think if they have a concentrated something, all of that will be absorbed immediately. No, it won't. Your body can't do it.
So what do you think about, and it's a serious subject, we're not going to go deep into it, I just have a question. Like people have different diets for oncology, for cancer, right? And one of those, like there's so many types of how you can cure it, and it works for some people, but one of them is juicing. Like people drink juice, a lot of juice, and they think it cures. And I don't know if you've watched that movie, Apple Cider Vinegar, TV series on Netflix. It's so good. It was so good. Like it's actually about this
sort of. As much as there are things about like curing cancer, there's also such thing as a placebo effect,
Mm-hmm.
and it really works. And it really works. Does it work on cancer? I don't know. I cannot say. I don't have, the statistics to back that up. But if you believe in something, it's gonna work.
Well, it didn't work for that girl. There's like three different people in that movie, and it didn't work. It was real people. They were real people. It's based on true story, actually.
Right. So what I'm saying is that we don't know enough.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is that if we knew enough about how cancer starts, right? How it begins,
Yeah.
where it comes from, what can we do to stop it from getting there, right? But we don't know those things. We cannot even say that we know the human DNA 100%, that we have completely like researched everything that we need to know about human DNA.
Yeah.
That's not true. So because we're missing those information, we can't say that, if you do this, this is going to happen.
I think that know it, but they just don't tell us. But it's a different story.
Well, okay,
It's a different story. It's a very different story.
Conspiracy theory, yeah. Okay. But
I don't think it's conspiracy theory, but yeah, it's pretty much conspiracy
it is
theory
a conspiracy
now.
theory.
But it's a very logical conspiracy theory, just considering the amount of money that goes into research and everything. But okay, it's a different story. Okay.
But also think about like how do you create a balance on Earth if nobody dies?
Yeah, I'm not letting them die in some other way. I don't know.
No, I'm not saying
Like
that.
anxiety.
Right. I'm not saying that it's nice to let people die. But what I'm saying is that at some point there should be some kind of like, how do you decide?
I think
have you read that book? There was a movie about that too. Remember when like people got to a certain age, they died? Oh, you told me about it.
Yeah. They killed
told
them.
me about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
the movie is Summertime.
Yes.
Not Summertime. Summertime. You should watch that movie. The
You
one
get
of
to a
the
certain age
weirdest.
and you get like
Yeah, they kill you in that village. Not on the planet.
right.
Just in that particular village. You should watch that movie. It's one of the weirdest movies I ever watched in my life.
Creepy.
It's so creepy. It's extremely creepy.
Sounds really
Weird. You will never forget it. It's one of those movies. Either I walked out of the movie theaters with my hair like that, because even for me, and I like horror movies. It was horror, but in terms of it was weird horror. It just was weird. But people who watched it, you know what I'm talking about. It's just you should watch it. You like horror movies?
No, I don't like horror.
You're not gonna enjoy it.
No.
But it has some interesting points in that movie. Anyways, let's get back to our diet stuff and let's make something
Eating
like
is fun.
yeah. We love eating.
Yes.
We like talk about food.
You
Everything.
don't look like you like eating, but okay.
I look like it, of course. I eat a lot. I eat all the time. Like I go to work and I'm thinking about what I'm gonna eat from the night time, because I know I'm gonna be hungry. And people like in my place where I work now, they eat snacks. They eat like pretzels and stuff the whole day, and I'm like, I cannot do
I
it.
need a meal. Snacks are great, but I also need a meal. I come to work and so we start work at 8.
Yeah.
Right? So I usually get there at 8, whatever. By the time it's 10,
Yeah.
I'm the one asking everybody, what's for lunch? What do we eat?
10 is a good time because
what do we have to eat? Walking around the office,
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
about that time I'm like starting already getting stuff from my bag, because and I'm kind of like feel not embarrassing, but uncomfortable because people don't eat and I'm the only one who's constantly eating. I'm like,
Well, you have a good metabolism then.
I'm lucky. What can I say? And I'm gonna it's gonna be later. We're gonna show this girl who's complaining about her weight.
You complain.
She's a freaking beauty queen.
And you complain.
She's a beauty queen.
Something is biting me.
I know. I'm like it's already beat me in various places.
Something is biting me. You know how funny? It takes a very conscious effort for me to say something is biting me instead of someone is biting me.
I know, because in Russian it's someone is biting you.
Because a mosquito is someone.
Well, did you notice something? Did you notice lately? I don't know if it's Gen Z or millennials. Somebody started. They call everything a she.
A she.
Like this. Look at this bag. She is beautiful. I'm like, what do you mean she? This is it. No, she. I'm gonna start screaming because I'm so pumped on coffee. This cup is beautiful. She is so beautiful. Like my sunglasses. She is beautiful. Like everything is a she.
I know.
You didn't notice that? Everything is a she.
but also maybe I'm not around like young people. Like
TikTok. Where do you think I get it?
You see,
That's where I get all my information.
No, I don't go on there.
I'm like, I get my news, I get my recipes, I get my FAD diets, I get everything from TikTok. Where do you think I got this cheese, cottage cheese stuff?
But you know what's also interesting? Remember how back in the day, your mom probably had it. My mom definitely had it. Like a book with recipes.
Yeah.
She would like write things down in there.
I love it.
And like sometimes there was like newspaper clippings or whatever, or like journal clippings, and she would like what do you call it, glue it onto the pages or whatever. And now we don't have that. We have Instagram, TikTok, Google, whatever you want.
The funny thing is, I had a box, shoe box when I came here, and I collected recipe from magazines because we're at magazines. We had glass, glossy magazines, beautiful with recipes, with beautiful pictures and everything. I would tear out the recipe page and I put it in a shoebox. And then I started watching Food Network and I started watching Rachel Ray and all of that. And you could find recipes on Food Network and print them out. So I did that. So I got the whole freaking box, and when I moved, each time I moved that box, I never cooked one. No, I cooked one recipe from that box, a bean soup. A bean soup, I still cook it. And I had those recipes. I'm like, one day, there will be one day when I'm gonna cook all of those recipes one by one. And yeah, I threw away that box because and also you went to Publix and they had like little cards with recipes. Yes. I collected them all the time. I'm like, this. I'm gonna cook it one day. One day it's gonna happen. But never happened.
Like, it's so obsolete. We don't need that anymore.
No.
Normally what I would do is sometimes also when I'm out of inspiration, I don't know what to cook, because people over 30, whoever's over 30, you guys know that the struggle is real. What to cook for dinner is like the worst question ever.
If you cook at home, like we do, we cook at home.
Right? Because
we eat and cook at home, home meal. Yeah.
Sort of like, remember like it from Harry Potter, he who must not be named. This is the question that must not be asked, because then it gets you so anxious about like what to cook for dinner because you don't know anymore.
You don't just look in the fridge and see what you have and then cook.
This is what I do. So
that's my recipe. Yeah.
I look, and sometimes, majority of the times I can come up with something, right? But sometimes I can't. And so then I open Google and I say recipe with, and then I just put all of my ingredients in and see what it comes up with.
I'm gonna show you something.
And if I like it, then I cook it.
I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you my Instagram.
You see, we're very lazy now.
Instagram. Let me show you my Instagram. They just keep going.
She just pooped.
That's life. We have life. The show right here. So anyway, so I have my Instagram page, right? And it's in that, one day kind of
the posts that are saved on here. Okay. Let's go through them. Hold up.
Okay, start with the second one. Yeah.
What is this? Ooh, sourdough bread, date banana burrata toast. Yeah. Are you gonna do that? No, you're not. No, you're not. I can see it in your face. Oh my God! Look at this one.
Doesn't it look amazing?
That's a cake.
It looks amazing.
It's a high protein cake.
Everything is cottage cheese. I probably have 100 recipes with cottage cheese. Talking about that food product, like one that eat product, trendy product.
Trendy product, definitely. So pistachio gelato. Oh, that actually sounds really good.
Yeah. I cooked. I probably have 500 recipes. I did cook cheesecake with bananas, and cream cheese, bananas, and stuff like sugar-free cheesecake. And I cooked, I think, one cookies with bananas as well. Okay. That's it. And
tomato zucchini both.
Oh, this woman, I love her. She cooks the best. Never cooked anything. She's a me, but looking at her recipes, I want to eat. But talking about just like those mukbangs, right? It's like it's a thing. It's about why people enjoy so much looking at other people eating.
Okay, so I have a theory about that. I think at least for women, or for women who are mothers, a lot of the times it coincides with that motherly instinct to feed people. Because, like, for example, my child, she doesn't have a very good appetite. But when I see other children, like on Instagram or whatever, that have a really good appetite and they're eating with appetite, it's just the best thing ever. I can watch it for hours. It's so relaxing. It's so comforting to me to see a kid, like a baby, eat.
I don't watch kids eating, though. They irritate me.
Have you seen
I-
Yeva, the little girl who,
The blonde.
yes, the blonde
I
girl
get-
who eats
there's-
different types of fish and everything.
There's a couple of girls who like eat everything their mother give them, and they're
She's so
adorable. But I
cute.
don't know, kids for some reason irritate me when they. I don't
When
know.
they eat?
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. I cannot. I like adults when they like. You know.
But I think it comes from that. I don't know. Also, it might be just the satisfaction of like that
My-
we can relate that
Yeah.
it's yummy to them, like it's tasty.
Something is in the sound also. I like the sound of the chew, but some people chew just
ASMR.
gross. Some people chew gross. You cannot. You just want to scroll. But some people, when they chew, it's some. You want to listen to
It's
it
a
and you get
crunch.
hungry.
It's a crunchy crunch.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
something like that.
That's
Some
why
people
people like
chew
chips.
differently.
You see, that's why people like chips. Is because they're
Chips are
crunchy.
crunchy.
Yeah, they're crunchy, and we want that crunch for some reason. That is weird, isn't it?
Yeah, or something calls me.
I'm telling
My
you.
kids were the worst eaters. It's like seriously, I have trauma from that. Like seriously, they didn't eat anything. And one of my kids, I have twins, she still doesn't eat. I told you, right? She doesn't eat any kind of vegetables, and I still struggle. She like eats. She's 20. I'm young, but and another one is 22. But she would eat like what she eat meat.
It would be
Pasta.
very weird if your twins were different ages.
They are actually. One is older, probably 2 minutes
By
older.
2
So
minutes?
yeah,
Okay, that doesn't count, honey.
yeah. Some people would ask me, "Are they the same age?" Oh my God, the questions. It's a different story too. The questions I was asked when the twins, kids were little. It's hilarious. The questions people ask. Anyway, she doesn't eat fruits, or I mean fruits. From fruits, she eats strawberries, an apple, and vegetables, Roman salad. We were
remember.
We talked about it another day.
Did we talk about the fact that
Yeah, because your daughter, you told about psychological. No,
because when they're little, you're supposed to allow them to experience the food, and you're supposed to allow them to make messes out of food as they're teaching themselves how to eat. This way, they will be okay or more okay with textures.
oh, I didn't stop them from making mess. That's for sure.
So I did.
Oh, you did?
I was one of those moms who was like wiping the mouth
Yeah.
right away, wiping the hands right away.
No,
So
not me.
supposedly
Not
you're not
me.
supposed to do that
Sorry.
anymore. I didn't know that.
And you think it came from that?
I don't know because I don't know.
But see, mine were eating the same foods at the same time in the same environment, and they're still completely different eaters. So I don't think
You don't
was
think it's
influenced by that. No, no, I don't think
it's
it was.
nature?
Yeah, I don't think. There's just some people, not just kids, but people in general, just more picky. And like me, for example, why don't I like meat? I just don't like structure, texture of it. I don't like it.
Wait a second. You don't like meat, yet you drink soup.
I mean, yeah, I eat soup because I don't eat because I don't want to eat animals. I eat just because I don't like meat. So that's why I eat
So, but basically,
anything made based. I would eat.
Right, but you're.
I
Okay,
like bouillon.
but
Yeah.
You're okay with.
Yeah, absolutely, and I cook meat.
You see?
Yeah, I'm not that kind of vegetarian. So I'm like, you can eat in front. Like some people, for example, when they become vegetarian, they also become warriors, or especially vegans. They become warriors. They want like
That's right.
I'm sorry if you guys are vegans or whatever, but if you are a peaceful one, it's okay. But if you are like attacking other people, like don't do that. Let people do whatever with their taste buds and their stomachs, whatever they want. And just because you decided you don't want to eat animals anymore, other people are not. It's sometimes I'm on coffee. Sorry guys, I'm very affected by coffee. But when I look those carnivores and they cook that meat, something inside me like, oh my God, that's a lot of cow. Like I feel a little bit squeamish about it.
Like weirded out by it.
Mhm.
Okay, well here's
Because they have big pieces of raw meat in there. But like I can't imagine watching people who eat raw meat. It's not gonna happen.
Like, I get it. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that if you take me to like a farm or whatever and make me slaughter.
We have the same colors of toenails. Almost very
Almost the same
close. She has
color
bluish
of
and a
toenails.
purple.
But if you take me to a farm and you give me a knife and you tell me slaughter an animal so that you can eat, I would probably not.
Probably not.
You see, so I would draw the line at that. If I had to like procure my own meat, I
Yeah.
would probably not do it ever.
Yeah.
I would not eat it. However, because it's available already prepackaged, pre-made, that takes
Yeah.
out that part from
The
you know,
guilty part.
exactly. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah,
I'm not,
somebody
I'm not
else is
doing
killing it for you.
Right,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. It's already there.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not really like an
It's-
animal. It's a product.
Yeah.
That I'm buying.
The moral, the ethic issue is a different story about eating food, and I'm sure it's a completely different. We need to invite somebody who is like a warrior,
right? But then think about it also, like
because we're not. We're on the same page.
If you're talking about ethics, right? If you're talking about ethics,
Yeah,
the thing is that people are like, oh, the animals are being treated poorly, but not all animals are being treated poorly. That's number one. I follow this farmer I told you about, right? That he's very nice to his animals, and he's very, he does everything for his animals to be comfortable and live a good life. As he milks them, and then he sends them to be slaughtered for meat, right? But think about how many people,
guys. Yeah, your sweater.
Thank you. How many people work like on the farms that we get our avocados from, or we get our, because we get stuff imported in the U.S. A lot of the stuff is imported. Do we know what kind of life conditions those people have? Life paving.
Yeah.
So it might be unethical also to eat plant-based foods, right?
In that perspective, yeah.
So then it's like, what do you eat?
Yeah. But I noticed people who stop, and there's a lot of people during my lifetime when I stopped eating meat in America mostly, who also stopped eating meat at some point for ethic reason, not ethnic reason.
Okay, too much coffee. Next time you don't have any.
Too much, 2 cups. It's like elevated to another level. For
Wrong
ethic
words
reason.
are coming out.
Yeah, very. But some people don't eat food for ethnic reason as well, like pork and stuff. But this is ethic reasons, and so people who stopped eating meat because they watched some video about like cow slaughters and stuff like that, I noticed they go back to meat pretty fast. They last about 2 years. They cannot, because they did not stop for like reasons, because they couldn't eat meat for taste or something, or for health reason. They strictly refuse to eat it because I love my animals, but then they go back because they can't handle it. They crave it, they need it. And so like they try to be righteous, and they tell other people, oh, you eat that pork, and this was pig before, and that was pretty, and after 2 years they're like, I cannot do it. I'm house, like my house is declining, and that, and they're looking for excuses, everything, why they went back to eating meat, because they feel guilty now. And but it is what it is. Yeah, it happened multiple times.
Honestly, so if you go back, let's go back to like back days when we were hunter-gatherers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Where there was no problem with us hunting the meat and eating it.
Because what else would you eat? There was no like Boca burgers, those soy meat.
That's what I'm saying. It's just that
the ethic didn't exist. The ethic didn't exist at that time. You eat or you don't eat, or you die.
Or you die. Exactly. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't have a good answer.
Well, I know that it's a different story from where we started, FAD Diets and all of that. But like from age of 2 to age of 6, I ate. For 6 years, I grew up and I lived in a village in Siberia, and we had our stock, we had our animals, everything was ours, because that's how people ate in villages. They didn't have stores, they didn't have
whatever you grew.
Yeah, anything in stores that could feed you. You had to raise your own meal, and I saw multiple times animals being slaughtered and everything, because that's how it went, and that's how it goes. Actually, it's not like magically meat just appears in the store.
It's funny.
And
it's
I'm
funny.
okay.
I remember I was 12 years old, and we went to the village to visit my dad's friend. And my dad's friend had a son, who was my age. He was also around 12 years old. And my dad's friend could not bring himself to slaughter a sheep, but his kid did. So his kid would go and kill a sheep because guests came over, and you're supposed to feed the guests, and you're supposed to put out like a nice table and everything, a lot of like treats for the guests. And I remember my dad kind of cheering him on and being like, oh wow, look at you, you're 12 years old and you can do this, good job. But I know my dad couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
His dad couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
So it was kind of funny. And then he also told me because I was kind of curious. I'm always curious. I'm still curious. I want to know everything. I want to see things, right? And I was kind of curious to see the whole process. And my dad told me, no, you can't watch it. Otherwise, you can't eat it after. Like you're not going to be able to. Not that.
So you didn't see any?
I didn't see because my dad was afraid I wasn't going to be able to eat the meat afterwards.
Yeah.
Which, okay, fair.
When I think when you start like when you watch it when you're a kid, you think it's like
normal.
Yeah, that's what's happening. It's not like something, if you're adult, that would be a different story. You don't have ethics or morals set in you yet.
But also villages in village type situation, right? Like you said.
Yeah.
These animals are not treated as pets.
No, but they're very well taken care of.
No, they're very well taken care of.
Yeah, but they're not pets, for sure.
They're not pets.
No, they're not.
You don't develop that connection with them, like my cat, for example, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
My cat is my baby.
No, we're not gonna eat your cat.
Right? So
might be very, very hungry.
No, but in the villages, it's basically like they're just animals. They're not.
Yeah. Yeah, you get milk from your cows. You get milk. We had sheep, we had goats, we had pigs, we had chickens. We didn't have geese. We didn't have ducks. A lot of people eat rabbits as well.
Yeah.
Bunnies. Then I want to sneeze. Sorry, talk.
Sneeze. You can sneeze, but something. Bless you. Something keeps
Thank you.
me.
I know.
And I feel like there's something in my hair too. I don't know. It might be psychological.
It's psychological right now. I think it's psychological.
Something's crawling.
Yeah, there's like things like there's animals, like little animals, like
little animals, insects,
like ants.
The name is insects.
Little tiny animals.
They're like little tiny animals.
Ants, tiny ants. But I don't see them, but I feel them. I feel something.
Hilarious.
And the little bugs.
Right, the bugs.
And so let's like. For a little while, because I think we're pretty much done. We're not gonna be like Joe Rogan for 3 hours. We're not there yet. We're almost.
No.
And
but the whole idea is
Yeah.
of our today's style is food is yummy, whatever you eat. If you eat plant-based foods, good job. If you eat meat, good job. Good for you.
just
right?
be yourself. Just be yourself.
Make a choice for yourself. Be truthful to yourself while making that choice, right? Instead of just being like a fad thing that you're doing, like do it because of the reasons that are really deep inside, that are yours internally, and not just a reflection of everybody else is doing right now. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna jump on the wagon and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and this thing is disturbing. Yeah, like you get so many ideas of it, and like all people eating something, you should jump on that train and you should eat it as well. Think about like your house. Do you really need it, or just because of? Do you really think it's going to work for you or not? Like, is it going to be working for you, for your good wellness, for your health?
Yeah.
Who knows? Where are we going with that?
I don't know. Make your own choices, guys. Eat the food that you like.
Yeah, and whatever FAD diet is, whatever the latest eat product is, I mean, you can try it and see if it's working for you. Just
but as long as you're
be smart about it.
As long as you're benefiting from it.
And you know what? I think respect other people's choices.
Yes,
like, don't tell them what they want to eat. Like. Don't bother like other people. That's not your stomach. It's their stomach. Let them. If they want to destroy themselves, it's their business. If you think you're the healthiest eater in the whole universe, it's also your. It's you.
Right. Good job for you.
Yeah.
Leave other people alone.
Yeah. Exactly. If we want to eat this, we're gonna eat this. Green croissant and a lot of coffee.
And a lot of coffee.
Okay. No. Okay.
And chai.
Guys, you. It's my primary today. I'm in my prime. I'm like going insane, like I'm ready dancing, but I'm trying to calm myself down.
You see, that's why nobody can
don't
give this
me
drugs,
coffee.
Okay?
Drugs.
Look, coffee.
I'm gonna be running on the ceiling.
Exactly. No, don't. Mm-mm.
It's not me. I'm affected.
We're gonna be shooting exorcists without a stunt
That's
person.
for sure. Yeah. And guys. So I hope that you enjoyed a lot of ramblings. I don't think we went to any kind of point. But we'll love to cook.
That's not the point. The
exactly.
point is to provide people with something that is entertaining,
to think about.
And they can think about it, or they cannot think about it.
They don't have. You don't have to.
think
Yeah.
about it. Yes.
It's the same with the diet. Let us be. That's us. And if it's you
And
have
if you
fun,
enjoy it, yeah, good job. But put it, you know,
I love you.
What is it like? Press the like button, whatever.
Yes,
right?
press the like button, subscribe to our channel. I never say that, but it
should,
works.
right?
It's work. It should work.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So yeah,
This far already, you might as well like.
and we absolutely love you. You are our favorite.
Yes.
And come back for this is mosquito. It's a huge mosquito right there.
All right. Thanks
So-
for being with us. Let us go hunt the mosquito bites.
Yeah. Bye, guys. See you next time.